Hi, I'm Wayne from Australian Earthmoving, and it's a bit of a cold, bleak day today, but I'm at EWS Group and their story is far from cold and bleak. It's one of the most exciting sites I've been to for a long while, and whilst there's a lot of recycling plants around, theirs is so innovative. Satch, the founder of the business, and James, his son, the operations manager, and Peter, who we met with today, the general manager, they've got this patented bin idea for bringing in concrete that is just absolutely brilliant. So combined with the concrete that they're bringing in and their fleet of Kobelco excavators from Sydney Trucks and Machinery, they've got an operation that is truly, truly awesome. And whilst this side of the business has only been going 5 years, the growth they've seen is remarkable. So I cannot wait to share their story. I'm going to shut up. We're going to meet with Peter and with James, and I'll come back to you. See ya.
Hi, I'm James Mchevsky from EWS Recycling. I'm the Chief Operations Manager for EWS Recycling. We're based in Sydney, southwest Sydney, as well as Brisbane. The business started back about 5-6 years ago. Originally, we started off driving agitators and we saw there was an issue with concrete returns. So my father and I sat down and thought, how can we make this a business and a better business? And we came to the conclusion of making patented skip bins where the agitator tips concrete waste into our skip bins. We send our trucks to concrete plants around the Sydney Metro and Queensland and Brisbane to pick up the bins, bring it back to our yard, and then we process it and we go from there. We've designed them, we've come up with the idea, and no one else can make those type of bins. With the concrete release mechanism where all the concrete, 7 cubes of concrete comes out in one go. Predominantly, we've got the Sydney base covered from city to out west. We're in the middle of both areas. For Brisbane, we've got the yard in Brisbane, and Gold Coast is Gold Coast, so you don't have to travel up and down the highway, so you've got, an hour saved each way. We've got one Rubble Master down here. It's quite different to what everyone else uses, but it's a quite significantly good machine for our purpose. When we were looking to buy one and get into the market of recycling, we were looking for crushers, and there was a bad time where there was no stock. And yeah, we just came across Rubble Master X120X, and yeah, we could get one within the 6-month period. We've opposed to other people wanting to take 1.5 years, and we didn't have the time to wait, so we purchased this, and it's worked out okay. We use Doherty hitches. For the simple fact is, it's one touch and it releases the bucket, you pick up the next one, and there's no shaking, there's no bucket dropping on the floor, there's no downtime at all. So you just hook it up and off you go. Just the way technology's come through, like these days, where you don't have to do it the old school way, where you have to go through the process of taking the bucket off and putting it back on. Where imagine not having a quick hitch and you only had one bucket. It's not versatile. We choose Kobelco, for the simple fact of the service, the reliability, the after sale. So when you finish with the machine and you want to sell it, you're gonna get your money back or close to. We don't want no downtime. We need the machines working. They're the very vital thing to our business. So that's the simple fact also why we went to Kobelco, is because the service. So, you buy a brand new machine, you got warranty on the machine. Once the warranty runs out, we'll trade it in and I'll get new ones. I haven't had to trade any of the Kobelcos in yet, but the ones that I previously did have, I lost a significant amount of money. They didn't hold their value. So that's another thing as to why I've gone with Kobelco. Someone that's wanting to start out on a business is have a vision, give it a go. If you see that there is something to be made of, don't give up, keep trying. It is hard at the start. The first couple of years are difficult. You just got to have belief and have the right people behind you, and you will succeed in the long run. Nothing happens overnight. I would start off with a smaller machine because they're obviously a little bit cheaper, but definitely go with a new machine, like a new, not second-hand, because when you're new, you don't have the money to fix machines or have that downtime to repair them, because they do get really expensive after a certain amount of hours. My future plan with the next 3 to 4 years, within the 5-year mark, living in possibly Gold Coast for the business and the lifestyle. Sydney's more of a rat race, so yeah, I want to take my young family up to Gold Coast and find the waterfront up there. And it is for my family. It is a family business at the moment, so it is me, my brother and my father. that look after EWS Recycling. He leaves it to us now. He's only 50, but he does leave it to us, and he trusts us in making the right decisions, and he does allow me to make the calls with the machinery, the staff, the trucks, all the operation side is all, he leaves it all to me, and he knows I will make the best decision for the business. Mate, we started with only 3 people, now we have 30, 40 staff under us, and the responsibility is big, and make sure that we accommodate for everyone and feed everyone. I go home every day happy. Sometimes days are stressful, things sometimes do go wrong. You have your ups and your downs, but we're pretty good.
I'm a engineering and commerce graduate at UNSW. I started at a concrete supply company about 12 years ago on the grad program, and moved over to EWS about 7 months ago as their general manager. Growing up as a kid, I was always interested in civil engineering, buildings, and some of the amazing architectural specimens in Dubai and all over Europe. So I got into civil engineering for that reason at university, and it got me into the bulk construction materials industry some 12 years ago. I was working for Hanson Construction Materials. Obviously they do concrete and quarry products. Rotated through various divisions, so working at concrete plants, quarries, in logistics, and my very last stint as head of major projects in New South Wales. Obviously EWS Group's supplies and services Hanson concrete plants, so that mutual relationship that we had has turned into a relationship for where I'm actually working for EWS. Sash is the owner of the business, the managing director, a very charismatic, very generous person. One October morning last year, Sash said, are you interested in a change? And I said, let's do it. I'll come over to the other side. He's been through various businesses in his life and came up with the concept to start the concrete skip bins. They're his design. He worked long and hard to come up with the design to make sure that the concrete came out most of the time, or the majority of the time, and added value to our concrete customers. The first concrete plant to receive it was Boral, and then from there it's gone into the various other major concrete suppliers across Sydney. Our business is heavily geared around servicing our customers, our concrete plants, etc. Without trucks and drivers, you don't have a business. So at the moment, and as we're hearing from other major concrete suppliers and other players in the industry, coming across drivers and trucks is a challenge. As we look to expand, so James may have referenced it, but we're moving into Queensland this year, so particularly Brisbane and the Gold Coast. So each site at those 2 locations will have its own set of equipment. It's a replica or mimics the setup here in Sydney. We're always trying new suppliers, new manufacturers to see what best suits the business. Aftermarket purchase servicing is important for us. Buying the gear is one thing, but if you can't get the support you need in the market, then it makes it a challenge to operate. Downtime costs money, so as with any business, we want to minimise downtime and maximise our profitability through reduced operating costs. We're big on sustainability, big on the circular economy, and we can see that through the products that we produce and the process that we've implemented with our major concrete suppliers. The concrete skip bins, they're a niche product. There's a limited market for the concrete skip bins, so we go directly to the major concrete suppliers, the major precasters. The product that we produce post delivery of the bins into our yards, well, that's word of mouth, and we select which customers we deliver to. So at the moment, no formal advertising, all word of mouth. We also get tenders sent in from various projects, so we tender on projects through that process as well. We want the latest machines, we want live data, we want to understand how the machine's performing, we want to know how much our machine's producing, so it is critical. We want to take the machines into the future, and they need to be reliable. You need data to understand how the machine's performing, so the technology is critical in getting that information. As part of our automation, as part of our growth strategy, we want to be able to tie everything together into our ERPs, so we need machines that can basically communicate to our systems.
So I told you it was a good story. Now that you've heard from James and Peter, I'm sure you'll agree how very, very cool. I really do have to thank all of the people here at EWS Group for being so accommodating. We've been crawling over with cameras and GoPros and all of the bits and pieces. So thank you guys. Thank you for sharing your story. But more so, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoy all of the stories that we're sharing with you, because I'm pretty pumped about telling it. So if you do like this, make sure you hit like, comment, let me know your story, comment below, and the little bell notification up the top, please, that will alert you whenever we have a new video come up. So like, comment, subscribe, all the YouTubey stuff. Thank you so much.